Start with this morning is a mental math session. We're doing the usual mental math style questions, so I want you to all think carefully. Please remember that you need to do every question, even though I'm not asking you to do every question. You need to actually, in your head, calculate the answer to every question. Okay, level. 16 times 1. Level, sorry.
16.
16. Campbell. 16 times 2.
32.
Good. Tabby. 16 times 4.
64.
Okay, how did you get that answer, darling?
I times 32.
Good. Why?
Because the 2 is basically just that.
Good. But why did you double the 32 to get 64?
Because there's 2 doubled is 4.
Excellent, because 2 doubled is 4. Brilliant. Okay, Mr. Hodson, what is 16 times 8 going to be?
128.
Excellent. Okay, William, 16 times 16, what's that going to be?
256.
Okay, we're using the same pattern, we're just doubling. Okay, Emma, what's 16 times 17 going to be, darling?
272.
Good, how did you get that?
Plus 16 from 16 times 1 to 16 times 16.
Excellent. Okay, it's one more group of 16, so you just add a group of 16 to your answer. Brilliant. Mitchell, can you please tell me, what is 16 times 3 going to be?
It's going to be 48.
Good, how did you do that, boy?
I took 16 times 2 and 16 times 1 and I plus both the answers together.
Excellent, because you can see that 1 and 2 make 3, so you just add those two answers together. Brilliant. Nick, what's 16 times 6 going to be?
It would be 96.
Excellent. 16 times 12? What's that going to be? Woodland?
190. No, 100 and. Wait. Yeah, 192.
Excellent. Well done, that's correct. And 16 times 24? What's that going to be? Kirst?
300. No.
Yes?
Yeah, 384.
Okay, again, we just doubled. Okay, what is 16 times 25 going to be? Have I asked you, Dawson?
Yes.
Okay, Pums. What's 16 times 25 going to be? And I want you to think about, all of you think about, how is he going to get that answer?
400.
Is it going to be 400? Quite correct, it is going to be 400. So, what's 16 times 50 going to be? What's 16 times 50 going to be, Pips?
800.
Excellent, 800. Okay, 16 times 10. Tabby?
160.
160. 16 times 5. How do we work out our 5 times table using our 10s? GQ.
You hold 60 times 10.
Good.
So, the answer is 53.
53. You said you halve 16 times 10. What's
Yeah.
half of that?
53.
Half of 16. What's half of 16? And then put your 0 back on.
80.
80. Very good. Okay. What's 16 times 15 going to be? What's 16 times 15 going to be? James. Oh, Chris, sorry. How can we work that out? There's actually more than one way to work that out. How can we work that out? The information's in front of you. So use something that we've already worked out to help you.
You do 16 times 10. Well, you do 160
Yes?
plus 180.
180?
80.
Yes? Take your time. What's that? Think about it carefully. You know it. 16 plus 8. Mitch, can you help him? Yep. What's the answer going to be? Plus those two together.
It's going to be 240.
240. Very good. 16 times 30. What's that going to be? Kenzie.
480.
480. How else could we work that out, guys? Using something else that we've already done. Is there another way to arrive at that answer? Dawson.
You already done 16 times 3, so just plus the 0.
Excellent. We've already done 16 times 3. And 30 is 10 times what 3 is, so you just add your 0. Very good. Okay, let's do 16 times 29. How are we going to work that out? 16 times 29. Woodland.
480 minus 16.
Good. Minus 16, which gives you
466.
400 and not 66?
64.
Excellent. 464. Okay, guys, well done. You did that very well, and I can see you're all familiar with the pattern. Well done. Okay, now grade 6s. In last week, we were looking at angles. Remember, we learned about angles. Can you remember what did we learn about angles last week? Yes.
How to write them properly.
How to write them properly. So how to name an angle. For example,
Say the angle is ABT.
good. So you're saying that we use letters of the alphabet, and when we're naming an angle, it's usually 3 letters of the alphabet. Remember, we learned that. What else did we learn about angles? We did something else. Somebody else. M.
An angle sign is a little.
Good.
An L, but the line sign.
And a slant. Very good. Yes, Kirst?
An angle is made out of 2 lines and point.
Good. It's 2 lines joined together, and they meet at, what's that corner bit called? A point. Good. It's called a vertex. Well done, Campbell. We did something else. We used a piece of equipment. That piece of equipment from your math set. Who can remember what that's called? Good. And what did we use that to do?
Measure the angle.
Good. What do you measure angles in?
Degrees.
Good. The unit for measuring the size of an angle is degrees. Okay, I want you to just look at this smart board now for me, guys. We already know a lot about angles. Okay, you've told me quite a bit already that we learned last week. We know what a right angle is. Do you remember we also learned about different types of angles last week? We learned about right angles. What other types of angles? Acute.
Abuse.
Not abuse.
Obtuse.
Obtuse, yes. Obtuse, acute, right. What else? Anything else?
Flat.
Straight, I'm standing straight, and a revolution or a complete turn. Quite correct. Okay, this is just going to recap and hopefully refresh your memories from what we did last week. This is a right angle, guys. How do I know it's a right angle? Other than looking at it, it looks like a right angle. There's a symbol that's in that picture there, in that diagram, that shows it's a right angle. What is that, Tabby? Yes, say it loud.
It looks like a.
Yes, there's a little box here. Guys, you can never assume an angle is a right angle. You can only say for sure or for definite that it's a right angle if there's a little box there. Quite correct. So we know what a right angle is. Give me an example of right angle that's right in front of you on your desk at the moment. Yes, Ed. Good, the corner of your book. So if you ever forget what a right angle is, or you're trying to compare the size of another angle to something, just use the corner of your book or a page that's in front of you, because every angle here is a right angle at all the corners. Quite correct. Okay, we learnt also that an acute angle is less than a right angle, so it's less than 90 degrees. Okay, so it's a small angle. Acute comes from the word cute, which means that it's small and tiny. Okay, we also said we learnt about an obtuse angle. What does obtuse sound like? You guys said that to me last week. You had made a connection with a different word to help you remember what it was. Obese, and it looks like a guy with a big tummy, doesn't it? Okay, that is an obtuse angle. It's greater than 90 degrees, but less than 180. So it's like Mitchell lying on his chair, having a relax when he should be sitting up straight at the 90-degree position. But you're not doing that now, Mitch. A straight angle. A straight angle is basically 2 right angles together. It makes a straight line. We also learned that to measure angles correctly, we learned that we measure them in degrees. Okay, and we said that a circle is divided into 2 degrees. How many degrees is a circle divided into?
It's divided from the.
Yes, 360 degrees. It's a complete turn. Remember, if I stand here and go all the way around, I've turned through a whole turn, which is 360 degrees. There it is there. There's a protractor. Naught, all the way around, back to that position is 360 degrees. Okay, we can see there, a full circle or full turn is 360 degrees. Okay, then we know that that little circle there at the top of the number means it's the degree symbol. So that's the symbol that we use to show that we're measuring in degrees. 0 degrees is over there at that line, at that point there. Acute angle, we said, is less than 90 degrees. Who can read off what the size of this angle is over here? GQ. Good, it's 40 degrees. Okay, it is less than 90 degrees. It's an acute angle. There we have a right angle. And a right angle is how many degrees?
90.
Excellent. There we have 90 degrees. Here, what do we have here? What do we have here, Mitch?
An obtuse.
An obtuse angle. Can you tell me how many degrees is that? Mackenzie?
150.
Good, it's 115. It's not 110 or 120, it's halfway between 115 degrees. Okay, and if you have a look, that's how we write it. Straight angle, we've said, is 180 degrees, half a turn, and a reflex angle. Remember a reflex, guys, I said, remember, use your elbows. It's the outside bit, not the inside bit. So it's more than 180 degrees, but not a full, complete turn. And you can see, so it's a big angle, more than 180 degrees, greater than 180 degrees. And this one there is 225 degrees. Okay. How do we know that all these angles are acute angles? How do we know? Yes?
It's because if it was going to be straight, a right angle, it would have the square, but it doesn't, and it's smaller than.
Good, you can definitely see that it's smaller than 90 degrees. You can even use your book to help you guys. You can see that that is smaller. You can see that this one here is going to be smaller. Okay, if you don't have a piece of equipment next to you, just use the corner of your book to help you decide. All of those are definitely less than 90 degrees, so they're all acute angles. Okay. Now, you guys are going to do some work now. Nick, please can you drag acute right, obtuse straight, reflex to one of the angles. You have to match the picture to what type of angle it is. Okay, go for it, boy. Quickly. You have to, don't let go. Hold it. Hold. Don't. Wait. Okay, I can see what you. Good. Okay, Josh. Can you reach, boy? Yes, anyone. Drag it to the correct diagram. Straight. Is that straight?
Oh no, sorry.
Good. Okay. Mitch, come and do one for me. Okay. GQ, come and do one for me. James. What? James. That's your brother's name. Wait, one at a time. Mitch first. Yes, that's correct. Well done, boy. Okay, GQ.
Yeah, there we go.
There we go. Hey, Chris. Excellent. Good. I'm glad you recognized that one. Woodland. First. And Camel. Lovely. It's more than 180 degrees. There's an acute and an obtuse. Okay, very good, guys. Now, what I'm going to do is, we're basically moving on to the objective of today's lesson. That was just all a bit of recapping. And the objective of today's lesson is to try and find unknown angles, so angles inside diagrams, without using a protractor, without measuring. Okay, and we're going to do a little investigation to start with. I'm going to give you each 4 diagrams in your groups, and I want you to measure all the angles. I'll explain what I mean by that.
There's only 4.
Okay, there's only 4 diagrams. Okay, guys, have a look here. What you're going to do is you need to measure as accurately as possible. Attention, look at me, Mitchell, Pumsy, look at me. Listen, otherwise you're not going to know what to do. You've got to measure as accurately as possible, because if you don't measure accurately, we're not going to be able to find the patterns. You've got to measure the size of the various angles. So in this diagram, you're going to measure L, M, N, as well as N, M, P. And try and see if you can see any interesting findings there. In this diagram here, you're going to measure X, Y, W, and W, Y, Z. In this diagram here, you are going to measure 3 angles, A, B, C, C, B, D, and D, B, A. And then finally, in the last diagram, you're going to measure each of those 4 angles. I'm giving you 5 minutes. Go for it.
Okay, let's do this one first, right?
Okay, you can each do separate. So you two would together and measure.
90 degrees, and the degrees
No, you're
between
not being
N,
work
M,
together to write
and
it on.
P
You don't each have to measure that. You two measure that. You measure that.
45 degrees. 80 degrees. 40.
Yep. Okay, as accurately as possible, please. You can just write the answer inside the angle. Okay. So just put it in here. So what one of you measure? This one? Yeah. L, M, P. Then you need to measure that bit and that bit. Put in okay.
What is this angle for?
Okay, remember when you measure it, that point has got to be on the vertex. So you're going to put it like that. Okay, remember. Now, how many degrees is that? Okay, between 4 and 5, let's just make it 5. It's an easier number to work with. Okay, so let's put that answer in there. 125 degrees. Now measure that one, then measure that one.
W, Y, and Z is 50 degrees.
Tabs, you stop measuring this one, darling. I did. Oh, you put, okay, put the answers in there so you can see which one belongs to what. And see if you can notice anything. See if you can notice anything about those answers. About your answers. About the two measurements that you got. Yeah. You do all of it. You have to do all 4, quite correct. And it's not the same. It might be the same angle, it's not the same diagram. Yes. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, that's something we've What do you notice about those two angles? What do you notice about your? You've got an answer of 130 and you've got an answer of 50. What do you notice about that? What abuse? Obtuse. But what do you notice about 50 and 130? Okay. What did that add to this one? And what is ZYX? What's ZYX? Talk to me about ZYX. Okay. Okay, are you done, guys? Lily, quickly. Are you done?
Yeah.
How did you work out what these are? What's each of those? No, you can't just halve. How do you know it's half? Just because it looks like it doesn't mean it exactly is. Measure it. Okay, did you measure it?
Wasn't it right?
I'm coming now. Exactly. It's 43. So this bit here is 43. So then try and see what that one is. Okay.
So it does have a 300.
Okay, guys, doesn't matter if you're not finished. Pens down, please, everyone. Okay, it doesn't matter if you're not completely finished, because one of the other groups would have got the answer. Chris, you done? Okay, Mitch, I'm waiting for you to go back to your place. Okay, guys, I want you to talk to me now. Who had this diagram? Okay, yes, Josh, you talk to me. What is the size of LMN? What did you work that out to be? What did you measure that?
Measured that it was 136 degrees.
136. Did anyone else get that? Or did you get something slightly different?
Yeah, we got 40.
This bit here. Can this be 136, Josh? I want you to think logically. Is it an acute angle or is it an obtuse angle? This bit here. So is your answer logical? No. Okay, so you use the wrong scale. Just be aware of that. Always make sure. Remember, before you measure an angle, estimate it. Is it acute or obtuse? And then check if your answer is in line with that. Camel, what did you get?
We got 40.
You got 40. This was 40.
Yeah.
And what did you get this to be here?
45.
45. Did everyone get that?
But shouldn't they both be 45 because that's a right angle?
Okay, Kirsten's got a very good point, guys. Kirsten's seen that this whole angle together is a right angle. So she's made a conclusion, or she's predicted that these two angles have to add up to make 90 degrees, and she's quite correct. Okay, she's spot on. So you guys have done something a little bit wrong with your measuring. Did anyone else get something different? Mitchell?
We got 43.
And so I helped you measure that, so you did that correctly. This was 43. So what would this be? What should this be if this is 43? 47, quite correct. And what do you notice?
They
both add up to 90. Good, they both add up to 90, and that has to be because we're given the box in the corner of the angle, which tells us we've got a right angle. So grade 6s, these two angles are angles in a right angle. Whenever you have angles in a right angle, you now know that those two angles have to add up to how many degrees? 90 degrees, quite correct. Okay, let's have a look at the next diagram. I think you guys, Tabby, what was your answer here? How big was this angle here? X, Y, W? Good, 130 degrees. What was this one here, Tabby?
52.
Okay. Anyone got something different?
We were at 50.
50, quite
The
correct.
reason why.
Hey, 50. Guys, remember when you are measuring, I've spoken to you about this before. When you are measuring, our pieces, our protractors are not perfectly correct. So I do take 1 degree on either side of what the angle is as being correct. So you were just slightly off there, Tabby. It is 50 degrees. What do you notice? What do you notice about 130 and 50, Campbell?
Oh, it's a straight angle.
Good.
So it's 180 degrees in there.
Excellent. I'm glad that you put those two together. Guys, look. X, Y, Z. What can you tell me about X, Y, Z?
It's a
Yes.
straight angle.
It's a
so it has
straight,
180.
excellent. It's a straight line. So these two angles have to add up to 180 degrees. Okay, you're quite correct. Excellent. So we can now predict in a diagram, if we know that we have a straight angle, we know that the two angles that make up that straight angle have to add up to 180 degrees. Angles on a straight line. Okay, we're going to use all these facts just now to help us calculate unknown angles. Who did this one in this group?
Number 9.
Okay, Kirst, what was the size of A, B, C?
It's 129 degrees.
129.
9.
Okay. This one?
Angles 116.
116 degrees. This one?
It's 118.
118 degrees. Okay. What do you think those three angles should add up to? What do you think what can we predict those three angles should add up to? And I want to know why you are saying that. Dawson.
360 degrees.
Excellent. Why do you say that those three
Just
angles
because-
should add up to 360 degrees?
Just because from all the way around, you could see that it's kind of like if you draw an imaginary circle, it's kind of like it has a peace sign.
Excellent. I had to go from that line all the way around back to that position there. I've turned through how many degrees?
360.
Excellent. So these three angles should add up to make 360 degrees. Check for me. I don't think they do. You close.
We got 100, it answer 361, I think.
We got 130, 120, and
363.
120.
363. So you were close. Okay?
Each angle was
You were
needs to
close,
be one more
but
down.
you were 1 degree out on each side. But would you agree with me that if we have angles around a point, we know that the angles around one single point must all add up to 360 degrees?
Yeah.
Okay, and then this is the last
So,
fact that we're going to be looking at today. Yes, Dawson.
How would you write 360 degree angles? Would you go like TOT?
Oh, how do you write it?
Yeah.
That's what
Good
I did. I wrote
question.
TOT.
You would say,
I wrote KOK.
yeah, you just say revolution A, C, revolution A. That's a good question. You would just write it's a complete revolution. Basically, it's A all the way around back to A.
so A is
So
Okay.
you just go A.
A, B, A. I think that's how you would
But
do
you
it.
aren't
I will double check that for you, boy, and get back to you. Good question. Okay, let's have a look at this. Please, can you help me here? What did you notice about this angle here?
It's, yeah.
This one here. I just want to know about this one here.
It's It's 103 degrees.
Okay, what did you notice about this one here, Woodland? Underneath it. Opposite it.
105 degrees.
Did anyone get different?
I got 105, yeah.
It's supposed
For
to be
both?
100.
No, for the bottom one.
And what did you get for the top one?
I think we got 80. I think we measured it wrong.
Okay, I'm telling you that if that was 103, this also needs to be 103. What is this here? What was this?
I got this one. What? Okay, wait, I got 85 degrees.
85 degrees.
Yeah.
Okay, you can see automatically that you're slightly off because what is this? What is SOT?
It's
Good. So what do we know about those two angles? What do they have to add to make?
90.
180 degrees. Not 90, it's a straight line. So 180 degrees, we can see that we're off slightly. But I'm telling you that if this angle was 85, then this angle would also be 85. That's actually what I wanted you to notice there.
Because it's a cross.
Okay, because it's a cross. Okay, all do this with your hands for me. Okay, if you've got two straight lines that cut each other, the top angle here is going to be the same as that angle there. This one here is going to be the same as this one here. They are called vertically opposite angles. And vertically opposite angles are always going to be exactly the same size.
So then
Okay,
it would
vertically
be
opposite angles. Now this is not correct. Okay, we can see that this is not correct. I'm going to change it slightly. Okay, and I'm just going to round it off. So let's say this was 100 degrees, this was 80 degrees, this is 100 degrees, so this is also going to be 80 degrees. What do we notice about all the angles?
360.
Because it's all around a point. But if you've got two straight lines that cut each other, the opposite ones will always be the same size. Does that make sense, guys? Okay, now I want to go back to this. Just to clarify and confirm some important properties of angles. Okay, understanding this is going to help us be able to find unknown angles in diagrams such as these. So we don't need to measure anymore. Because if we've got information about our diagram, we now know some facts that can help us to calculate what the question marks will be. Okay, first property is if we divide a right angle up into two angles, such as that, what do you notice about those two angles? What do they make?
90 degrees.
Good, they add to make 90 degrees. And look here, guys, if I change this, what do you notice about the answer?
I always add
One goes
those
down,
90
goes down.
degrees.
The two numbers will always add to 90 degrees, and yes, one's going to go up and the other's going to go down. So in a right angle, okay, in a right angle, angles in a right angle always add up to 90 degrees. Quite correct. Okay, let's have a look at that. If we divide a straight angle, 180 degrees, into two or more angles, the angles will always add up to 180 degrees. For example, 34, 146. What do you notice about those two numbers?
Add up to 180.
Good, they make 180 degrees. And again, guys, look, if I change that, the answer always stays 180 degrees. Okay, have a look. 156 plus 24 is 180 degrees. The two angles on a straight line will always add up to 180 degrees. That's the second fact we need to use in order to help us find missing angles in diagrams without measuring. Okay, the third fact is if we divide 360 degrees up into two or more angles, we know that it's always going to give us 360 degrees. A whole revolution. That's 122, 238. Again, have a look. The answer is always 360 degrees. Okay, and angles around a point always add up to 360 degrees. I can divide it into more than two angles. I could divide that 360 into 5 angles if I wanted. But I always know that those 5 angles have to add up to make 360. Please can you tell me the method? I don't want the answer. Nick, how would you work out what the question mark is here? I don't want the answer, I just want the method. What would you do?
So you'd work out what kind of angle it is. So let's say if it's 360 degrees all the way around, then you work out what those two add up to,
Good, so you would say 49.
plus 168.
Good, let me write that. 49 plus 168 plus this one must give me 360.
360. So then the 217, those two.
Good, those two.
So
49 and 168, 217.
Then it would be 360 minus
not worried about the answer. But you understand how to work it out. Do all of you understand how to work that out? Who said no? Yes. Thumbs up. Okay, perfect, perfect, perfect. Okay, now, grade 6s, it's up to you now. Need to do a little bit of this work and put some of the skills that we've learned into practice. Please, guys, open up your books, and I want you to leave a page open. Okay, I want you to leave a page open, and actually 2 pages open. And on the next page, I want you to please stick in the sheet that I'm going to give you now. So leave 2 pages open. Leave that. Those don't need to be stuck in. I'll collect them at the end of the lesson. Yes, I know. Doesn't matter. Yes, guys. Yes. Leave 2 pages, please, and then stick in the sheet. Okay. Okay, let's. I have written the reasons there for you. I want to do the first one with you, just to show you how to set it out. So once you've stuck it in, please put your hands on your head and listen. So I know that you are listening. I'm not doing what you should do. Okay. The first question, I'm giving you 30 seconds quickly, stick your sheet in and then look at me. Because you want, oh, goodness. Okay. What do you notice? What does the question say at the top of the page? Somebody read it to me. What does the question say at the top of the page? Kirst?
The top.
Yes.
Finding unknown angle.
Good. And what does it say in brackets next to it? What does it say in brackets next to it? Yes, Mackenzie.
Diagrams not drawn to scale.
Okay, what does that mean? Diagrams are not drawn to scale. What does that mean? Yes,
Not
Gigi.
drawn to the actual side.
Good. So is this angle 140?
No.
Not necessarily. Okay, I just drew the diagram out of my head. It's not a true angle, but I have no idea how much it really is. We're not measuring. We are not using our protractor to find these unknown angles. We're going to use the facts that we've learned about. Okay, now the way that they want you to write your answer, they've written it like this, and then there's a bracket. Please, can somebody tell me how would we work out the size of angle A? Yes.
You go 180 minus 140
Good.
equals 40.
Good. So A is equal to 40. Please remember your degree sign. Now, the bracket part here, grade 6s, I haven't said right, listen. The bracket part here is to put your reason. In geometry, and you'll find this as you go into high school, every fact that you know, or every answer that you get is based on a fact. Is based on something that you know. How did you know, Woodland, that this was 40 degrees? How did you know to say 180 minus 140?
Because it's a straight line. A
Good.
Straight line angle.
Good. So which of these facts are you using?
Number 2.
Good. Angles on a straight line add to 180 degrees. So on this line here, I want you to please write that in small. Angles on, I know that it's going to take time, just get into the habit of it. Straight line, add to 180 degrees. Are you with me, guys? So for every question thereafter, I want you to find the unknown angle, give a reason as to how you knew how to find that angle. Which of those 4 facts did you use? Okay, go for it.
So we have to write that for every single one.
Yes, you have to write the reason. I know it's going to take time. Please put the reason
And
in.
the answer.
Okay, and your answer. And you can show you're working on the diagram like I've done here. Okay, go for it. Okay, I don't mind if you talk quietly amongst your friends if you get stuck. That's how you know that's 30. Good, and it's degrees. Please remove your degree sign. Okay. Pums, do you know what's going on? Okay. Mitch?
Yeah.
Chris?
Yes.
Okay, degree sign, 40 degrees. Okay, not 60 minus 90, it's? What's 60 minus 90? Can you do that? Do you know how to do that? Can you? What's 5 take away 7? Can you do 5 take away 7? I've got 5, can I take 7 away?
No.
If I've got 60, can I take 90 away? So it shouldn't be, good, it should be 90 minus 60, good. Use your rubber. Yes, every single one. You've got to tell me what reason you use it. They're not the same reason. The way to work out C would be 120 degrees, but how would you work out D and E? Okay, you would use a different fact to help you work that out. Okay, you could either use straight line, or you could use that. Okay, you decide. Okay, how did you know that C was 120 degrees? Good. What's that fact? How do we say that fact in a fancy mathematical way?
Vertically opposite
Yes. Vertically opposite angles are equal.
That's alright.
Yep. And not necessarily, because how are you going to work out D? Is D also 120? No. So which fact are you using to work that out?
360 minus 120 or something divided by
Perfect. Then you're using that. There's another way as well. Anyone else got a different way? Yes. Good. Because look here, Em. Look here. You got a look at me. I'll just use this piece of paper. Look here. What do you notice about those two angles, darling? Good. So you could also use angles in a straight line to work that out. Guys, you would have noticed that there's sometimes more than one way to arrive at your answer. You can use different facts to arrive at the answer. I don't care how you do it, as long as you're able to explain your thinking. Yes, Liz. Okay, how are you going to work out what C is? Good. Why? What factor are we using? Look on the board. What factor are we using? Good. Vertically opposite angles. So start with writing that. Okay, and then have a look. Once you've worked that out, can you work either D or E out? And which facts would you use to work that out? Think about it. Okay, I'll help you if you're still stuck. No, that C is 120 degrees. Good. Reason? Very good. Mitch, how are you doing, boy? Let me see. What's B going to be?
B is going to be 30.
Good. And what did I say you need to write on the line? Look what I've written on my line there, in my brackets. Let's rub that out. Look at what I've written there. You have to give the reason as how you knew that was 40 degrees. What reason did you use? It's one of those reasons on the board.
This angles on a straight line.
Excellent. So that's the reason I want you to write there. Okay, show you're working on the diagram. So here you could have written 180 minus 40 degrees equals 40 degrees. So that's your answer, and then I want you to put your reason in brackets. The brackets are for your reason. Okay. How do you know what D is? How did you work out what D is? Good. Is it 360 degrees? Is D 360 degrees? Excellent. Perfect. Yes. Good. And then 360 minus 240. And then are they each going to be that answer? What do you have to do to that answer? Because these two are the same and they're equal to whatever that answer is. So what do you have to do to that answer? You have to divide it by 2. Good job. Okay, then what factor are you using? Angles 1.360. Good job. Okay.
And this is a whole 360.
Sorry, what? Do you have to say what fact do you use to get that answer? Which angle fact? One of those 4 reasons on the board. Which fact did you use? How did you know that was 40 degrees? Because it's a not choose. What do we know about this line here? Why? Excellent. So you're going to use which of those facts? Yes. So in these brackets, that's what I want you to write. Okay, one of those reasons. No, don't be late. Come.
Miss Abbott.
Excellent. Good. Very good. Yes, that's correct. That's 90. Good. Did I put that sign in there? Good. So that's 90 degrees. So can you work out the edges? How did you work it out? Show me your working. How did you, were you able to just do that in your head? Did you use a calculator? That's 205, so it's 295. So then it's going to be 360 minus 295 equals. Okay, show me that. Okay, 65. 65, good. Why are you minusing 130 from 75? So you're going to say 130 minus 75 gives you that answer. Why? What reason are you using? How do you know that? Or are you just guessing? No, you can't guess. You can never guess. What fact? What do we have here? What are all these angles? Good. What do we know about all the angles around a point?
They're 360.
Excellent. So how can you work out F?
I can say 130 minus 360.
Are these two necessarily the same? How much is this angle here?
7.
How much is this angle? What do we have there?
7.
Not a 7? What does that box tell us?
It's a right angle.
Yes, so that's 90 degrees. Okay, so how can we work out what F is? You tell me. What do we know about all these 4 angles? What do they have to add to?
90.
90?
No, 360.
Excellent. So how are you going to work out what F is?
I need to take 360.
Good?
I do understand.
Okay, work it out and then I want to check your answer. Perfect. Yes.
Yeah, do that. It's 80 plus 40 is
120.
120. What looks like it goes.
Did you know that that
What is this? This is actually yeah, 16G. This is so 360 angle. So yeah. This is the 360 angle, so it needs to. I think G is 100. Because you will see that straight line. It will be 200. This round is 360. So G is 100. I'm just going to write G is 100.
No, we do
40 plus 80. That's percentage. And then you do. That's 120. Yeah. 120 plus 80. 200. Yeah. 40 plus 160.
Excellent. So what factor?
That's 360. Yeah, this is the whole thing is 360. So that's 360. No, that's the answer. You already got the answer. So G is 80.
Yeah.
And H is 160.
Okay. Yes.
Then you just write. What can I get?
So why are you typing this about 2?
I am just writing.
Why are you typing these 2 angles the same? Are there any vertical? No. Is that a straight line?
On the board.
It's when 2 straight lines cross each other. Do we have any straight lines? So you can't do vertical angles. Look, boy, if we add that one, and that one, work out the answer to all of those. And then we minus that from 260. Okay. Perfect. You did it in stages. Excellent. Brilliant. Yes.
She said, Miss Abbott.
Okay, that just looks a bit big. 360 minus 130.
How do you do that?
230. 230 minus 90 is not 240. 140.
What are you using for the other one?
Are you okay? Careless. Yes. 5. Good. So no. You can't use that thing because these two are behind.
I did that, and it is because 40 plus 1 to get to 180.
Yes. Okay, so then you don't even need that. Why do you don't even need that?
Yeah, that's what
Okay.
I did.
Yeah, you don't even need that. Okay, if you are done grade 6s, I want you to go back a page in your book, and I want you to please, guys, please stop and look. Everybody look at me. Okay, when you are done, please go back a page in your book, and it says using a protractor, measure the following angles. For this sheet here, all the protractors are given on the actual page. What I want you to do first, please look, otherwise I know you're not listening. Look at me. What I want you to do first is I want you to write next to each angle or next to each diagram, is it an acute, an obtuse, a right, or a straight angle? Then measure it and make sure that you check your answer. If it's acute and you got an answer of 140, can that work? No. Then you know you've made a mistake. All I want you to do is that page when you're done. Okay, finish off that page. Go for it. That's what